Welcome to Lifestyle Manifesting. I'm Shannon. On my channel, I talk all about manifesting as a lifestyle. You're exactly where you belong right here. You're already in the end. You're having consistent results. I am your favorite manifestation coach because you have results. Today, I want to talk about how do you get everything you want? Do this and get everything you want. Well, your reality is created with your inner conversations, your self-talk. What you say to yourself creates your reality. So if you want to get everything you want, then start declaring you already have it. I already have everything I want. I already have my desire. I already have abundance. I already have prosperity. Start seeing that you already have it in the present moment. Remember, your reality is reflecting what you're thinking and believing about yourself. And also what you're claiming of yourself. What you claim of yourself is what you become. So claim yourself to have it all. Claim that in this present moment, you already have it all. You already know it. You're just going to keep claiming it, because as you claim it, your world will reflect, and it will be a projection of what you're thinking and what you're assuming, what you're saying. Meditate on these ideas. You actually have it all. So meditate on that idea. Like, you can ask yourself, why do I have it all? Or how do I have it all? And just sit with yourself in some peace and quiet. Set a timer for 15 minutes and just sit with yourself in peace and quiet and ponder the idea that you already have it all. Ponder the idea that why do you have it all? Because if you can imagine it, that means you do have it all. Because everything in your experiences is what you can imagine. If you can imagine it, it's already existing. It's already yours. If you can imagine yourself with something, it means you already have that in a dimension that's already existing. That means it's already yours. That's why you already have it. So meditate with this inner faith, inner knowing that you already have it, and just claim it. Start claiming it. Why don't you boldly claim you already have it, even if you don't see it? Boldly claim you have it all. Boldly claim you have the abundance, you have the money, you have your bills paid. Boldly claim your bills are paid. Boldly claim that you're loved and chosen and wanted and desired and a prize and magnificent and smart and a genius and creative and talented, right? Who do you want to be, and who are you saying you are? Because whoever you claim yourself to be is who you are. So stick with it, claim it, persist in it, and as you persist, your world will show you that it's true, because your world that you're living in is a projection of where you're focused within your mind. Yeah, so I see a lot of questions populating. Hello, everyone. Love you all. I want to remind you that you have the ability to create anything. You have the ability to be anything, to have anything, to do anything, to manifest anything, to be bigger and grander than you can even imagine. Hi, Alessia. I'm currently working on my self-concept for manifesting multiple things: money, skin, career, etc. Amazing. It's all done. Okay, so let me just help you see something. I know we're working on self-concept, but at the same time, you can declare it's already done and you already have it, right? Declare you are already with the self-concept, having money. I already have it. I already have beautiful, clear skin that's radiant and glowing. I already have it. You're claiming it, right? I already have the career that I want. You're claiming it. Claiming it in the present moment, because your world is going to be reflecting what you're claiming. This is a powerful way to manifest things fast, instantly, suddenly, quickly, by claiming it in the present moment, right? You do already have this. Okay. So I know it also appears that we're working towards it, But we want to put our focus more in the present versus out into the future. You already are. You already have the self-concept. Instead of I'm working on it, I already have the self-concept of everything I desire. Money, skin, career, multiple things, love. I really want him to commit, but I also want to focus on self-concept. It's all part of the same thing. It's all one and the same, really. It's all one and the same. Self-concept. Okay, so think about your self-image or your identity. Are you someone that is already committed to? Like, are you generally someone, you want to see yourself as generally someone? I'm generally someone that's already committed to. I'm someone that people like. I'm someone who's a really great, girlfriend or boyfriend. I'm really someone who would be great in a relationship. I'm someone who is great in a relationship. I'm someone who loves relationships. So it's the identity of already having your desire. All you have to do is focus on you, because there's nothing to change but yourself. When you change your conception of yourself, your reality will reflect how you see yourself. Do you see yourself as the prize number one, as he's the one that commits to you? It's easy for people to commit to you. Maybe if sometimes we can go general and say it's easy for people to commit to me because I'm a really great person in a relationship. Okay, so as you build that and get stronger on that idea, then you specifically say, and he also is committed to me. Because by the way, your world will reflect what you're focused on, what you're saying. Just remember, anything that you're saying to yourself, is what's creating your reality. Okay, what you're dominantly saying to yourself creates your reality. All of reality is an illusion. It's an illusion that it's separate. It's an illusion that person is separate from you. That's what the illusion is. They're not separate. They're coming from your imagination, just like in a dream. When you dream at night, it's coming from your imagination. They're all coming from your imagination. In your waking state right here, everything is coming from your imagination. That person's not separate from you. Okay, it's already done. You're already that person, and it's already done. And you claim you are, and you hold to that vision until it becomes a fact in your reality, because no facts are final. Well, any assumption that you persist in will become a fact. So no facts that actually exist are really true facts. Okay, so even just think about there's probably dozens of studies about wine, and one study will say, oh, you shouldn't have it, it's bad for you. And then another study says it is good for you. And then another study says, well, it's good for you if you do it this way in moderation or whatever. There are so many different studies on the same thing. So what's actually true? Well, what's going to be true is what you're mostly believing. Okay, and we get convinced by people because someone will appear to be an expert and they'll tell you do this, and you believe it and it works. The same thing with a diet or whatever. It's not the diet, it's not the wine, it's not any of that. It's your belief in it. You're the creator of your reality. So nothing's true unless you are believing it's true or deciding it's true. Yes, it does work to remove the third party. There is no third party. Here's how you remove the third party. You have to focus on you, not the third party, not feeling jealous, not comparing yourself to them, not wondering if those people, SP and 3P are out. Not wondering. Those are the things you do not do. Do not put your attention over there on them. Don't wonder. Even if your friends brought it up and you're like, but I wasn't thinking about it. And then my friends say, it doesn't matter. Your friends bring it up and you just say, whatever, that doesn't affect you. Okay, so you remove the third party by bringing your focus to yourself. Okay, because what you focus on is growing in your world. Do you want to grow the story about you, or do you want to grow the story about your third party, right? Or SP not with you? The story you tell is what's growing. So consistently tell the story about who you are. Who are you? Okay, so if you have your desire If you're the person you want to be, then what would you be thinking about yourself? What would it look like? What would your life look like? And that's what you affirm. Okay, what would be your thoughts if you have your desire? You would feel blessed. You would feel amazing. You'd feel treasured. If you go to the end and you already have this great relationship, we go to the end of a great relationship, something that you want, and you're feeling great, right? So that's what you're going to speak into existence. Who are you? The version of you. You just become the version of you, and all the world will fall into place and reflect who you are being. Okay, you created the third party, right? You know it, you understand that. You created that situation, or you aligned with that reality because of what you believed about yourself. Maybe not being chosen, fear of abandonment, all those things, right? It was created because of you. So all you have to do is uncreate it, create something new. You replace the story. You're number one. You're the prize. If you needed affirmations, go to my YouTube channel. You can go directly from, up in the link here. My YouTube channel, Lifestyle Manifesting. In my playlist, I have some affirmations in the self-concept affirmations. I am the prize. I am chosen. Hot girl walking meditation. I am confidence. God state meditation. The God of your reality. What else do I have? A goddess meditation. So I have a lot of ideas to help you get into the wish fulfilled, how you see yourself. Okay. Use those ideas of those affirmations to affirm through the day, and then listen to the meditation, in the evening or in the morning or both. I finally just realized that I am the version of myself I dreamed of. Now, regardless of the 3D. I love it, Victoria. Right? Isn't it so cool? When you have a realization, that is a manifestation. Thoughts are a manifestation. That realization is a manifestation. Okay, so the version that you dreamed yourself of, you are that version regardless of the 3D. So let's say we decide that we're the most attractive person when we walk in the room. And even if that doesn't happen today, you're going to decide that is who you are, or the smartest person in the room. Even if it doesn't show in the 3D, it's going to, as long as how did you say? You already are, right? When you realize that you already are, regardless of the 3D. So why the reason that someone gets off track and doesn't get their manifestation is because they forgot about regardless of the 3D. It doesn't matter what the 3D is showing you. You have to demonstrate that you've changed before the world will change, before you have your manifestation. So if someone who's like spiraling for any little, maybe no movement, and you're spiraling, you're not demonstrating you've changed, right? You have to demonstrate you've changed. You would be reacting in a different way. If you have your desire, you would be reacting in a different way. You would just know you have it. You would just know you're the greatest. You would know you're the best partner. You would know you're number one. You would know that you came here to live a good life and have everything you want. Shannon, what am I doing wrong? I keep living in the end, persisting, but I don't see it in the 3D. Here's what you're doing wrong. Every time you say, but I don't see it in the 3D, don't look for evidence. Okay, here's what Victoria just said. Read this and meditate on it. Take a screenshot of her statement. I finally just realized that I am the version of myself I dreamed of. That's the version of you probably in the relationship, right? So you are that version regardless of the 3D. You're already that version. Now stay there. What you're doing wrong is you're there and you're claiming it, and then when you don't see it, you stopped claiming it. You stop claiming you have your desire. You're claiming you have your desire, right? You're claiming it. And then when you didn't see any kind of evidence, and now you started to turn your attention to no evidence. And now you started claiming, but I don't see it. There's no evidence. I don't see it. There's no evidence. And that's what you're living in the end of. And that's what you're manifesting. That's what you're doing wrong. That's what you were doing wrong. You're going to shift it now and you're going to change it. You're going to have a deep download and you're going to know exactly what to do. And you're going to claim you're not doing anything wrong. Okay, you were doing something wrong, but do you understand you can claim you're not doing anything wrong? And that holds you in the end, that holds you to the wish fulfilled. Not doing anything wrong. This is exactly what's supposed to happen. No evidence. No big deal, irrelevant, doesn't matter. You choose your reality. You could choose your happiness. I literally wake up every day happy. I just do. I feel like I'm on vacation every day. When I wake up, it feels the same to me as it does when I'm on vacation. That's what it feels like. I created that intentionally. I imagined that. I claimed it until it became true. You have a choice. Do you understand? You have a choice of what you're thinking and what you're assuming and what you're doing. You don't have to react to, anything going on in your world does not affect you. Okay, so do you want to be the version of you who's unbothered? Then that's what you're declaring. I'm unbothered. Unbothered because not just because you're unbothered that there's no movement, but because that's what you don't want to assume. You're unbothered because you're the God of your reality and it's yours. That's why you're unbothered. Unbothered, ruffled feathers, no ruffled feathers. Completely stable because you know your desire's yours. Okay. Okay. All right. I intend you really get that. Okay. Join my community. If being part of a community is powerful because we have a world, if we just look at what our current reality is, 8-point-something billion people in the world, right? How many people are awake to know they're the creator? Do you understand? So as you start to talk to your friends in the rest of the world, sometimes we revert back to forgetting we're the God of our reality. You're the creator. So being part of a community can be really powerful because everyone is consistently reminded, you are greater than your circumstance. You have the power to change the weather. You have the power to imagine anything, persist in it, and it works. I changed stuff some things in the beginning, I was just testing it, like street lights. The way traffic moves. I live in the city, right? And I drive a lot in the city, or sort of a lot. I used to drive a lot, but I changed my reality to I have such a good experience. Everybody just lets me go. So I went from a reality that was terrible, it sucked, driving, to an experience that I deliberately created because I affirmed it and I imagined it, to people that are literally stopping to let me go. They're stopping their cars to let me go. Okay, so it's not that I like to test it out in different ways. Test your reality in different ways. You're creating it all, even the traffic, even how people react to you in traffic, even the strangers, even the cashier at the random store. Okay, all of that is coming from you. So maybe you didn't create it consciously. If it's a negative experience, it's created unconsciously, but it is coming from you. And you have the ability to change your experience in your world. You just want to move back home now. Okay, well, whatever you want, you can have. Is that what you really want? Or are you compromising? What is it that you really want? Because sometimes we think, I'm not getting what I want, and now I just want to move back home. Well, you could do whatever you want. You could do whatever you want. But why don't you recognize, do you want to move back home because that's what you really want, or because you feel like you're not getting what you want? Okay, because manifestation is about persisting, and it is about having a disciplined mind. And although feels very easy, it gets easier and easier and easier. In the beginning, you just have to persist. Okay, bae, I have a hard time moving past frustrations with my boyfriend. Past hurts resurface as soon as triggers come. Okay. I know you're telling me all the circumstances, but those circumstances don't matter. Here's how you change your reality. Change your reality by focusing on what you do want and tell that story. Let go of the past hurts and frustrations and then focus on what is the solution. Okay, so you could say things like, we have better communication, or I intend. We've moved past those frustrations, right? You want to move past that hurt and start fresh and new. You could claim we're starting fresh and new today. Fresh and new today. Today we reset our relationship. Right now, you could do this in any moment. It could be in any moment. If we kind of feel like it's not going right, just you think about you're resetting it. Reset yourself. Okay, so create the vision of what you do want and then affirm it. That version of you already exists. So the version of you who's not triggered is stable, secure, not triggered. Okay, so how do you become stable, secure? By affirming it, by claiming it. Okay, Victoria, great advice. Be and feel the version you dream of then now. The version that you dream of yourself then in the future, right? We feel like that's the future. In the future, when I have this desire, I'll be happy. In the future, when I have this desire, I'll feel loved. I'll feel wanted. I'll feel beautiful. I'll feel happy. But see, if you could be all those things now or claim it, you claim you have it now. That's how you bring that future to now. That future is existing right now. You can make that future now by claiming it. So you're bringing the dream of then to now. Exactly. Victoria, you're right on the ball. You got this. Now just stay there. Okay. And remember that this is the process is actually, there's some saying about it. It's like, we're not trying to get to the destination. It's like everything we're doing in the present moment, this process is the part of living life. Okay? Living in the present moment, being mindful, being aware. I love this. Chef Jasmine. Great affirmation. I am tapped into universal supply of money. I love that. That's a great affirmation. I'm tapped into universal supply of money. I'm a child of God. I'm a child of the universe. You are here to inherit the world. That's who you are. You're tapped into the universal supply. And Denise, you said, I manifested the exact scene I had visualized with my SP. I love it, Denise. Okay, look at you, master. All of you, by the way, everyone's a master. Okay, you claim it. Just claim it. I'm a master. That's what you want to make sure you're claiming, okay? I love this, okay? So remember, when you see a success story, I want you to assume that success story is, you're seeing it because it's yours also. That whatever you're visualizing is also yours. Okay, Sandy, manifesting my dream job, but keep receiving negative responses. Take those negative responses and imagine you heard something different. If you're, be brave and go ahead and use revision. Okay, claim it. There's infinite ways to create our reality. Okay, just start claiming. I have my dream job. Okay, sometimes here's what people in mainstream world would say. Those negative responses just made you stronger, okay? But do you understand you could even revise those negative responses and that same person can call you back? Okay, so what? So what? Do you know there are infinite possibilities for you? You're going to keep claiming it. My dream job is mine. I already have it. People want me. So then that's when you go to the version of you who has your dream job. Okay, so you're the one that everyone like they just love. They love your work. They love like how you work ethic. Okay, you're just going to take the pieces of what I'm saying and whatever resonates with you, you take that and that's what you claim as yourself. Like, I'm the one everyone loves to work with. I'm the one who is able to problem solve. I'm so good at my job. I'm good at figuring things out. Even if I don't know the answer, I'm always figuring things out. I'm good at getting better and better. I'm a quick learner. So those are the ideas of what you can say about yourself. I was born to have my dream job. I came here to live and get whatever I want. And start boldly claiming that within you, right? Whether you say it in your, within your imagination or speak it aloud, whatever you want. Whatever feels good to you. Hi, Aloha. I know. Thank you for your gift. Aloha sent me a really sweet, beautiful gift from Hawaii. That was beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate you. I envisioned, like mammogram results in my online chart, and it came to be today. I love it. I had a really great success story. I think it was last year in my VIP group, not last year, last week in my VIP group about something, imagining results from the doctor, and they came in exactly the way she wanted it, right? Like, isn't this incredible and amazing? So you're doing amazing. Keep it up. Hi, Raven. How do you put up boundaries if you reached out to them because you spiraled? Okay, how do you put up boundaries for yourself? Okay, here. First of all, remember that life is a story. Okay, life's a story. So don't worry. Don't make any story that's negative around this whole thing, right? You reached out, and of course, they were happy to hear from you. I don't care if you didn't hear anything. Your person was happy to hear from you. Just go to the end. Whatever is happening in your life, just give it good meaning. Okay, you spiraled and you let that all out, and now you're back on track, right? You spiraled, so what? Okay, because we don't want to hold on to that. We don't want to keep wondering. You know how like when something maybe like it feels bad, and then we relive it and we think, oh, why did I do that? Maybe we start beating ourselves up or whatever. We're not doing that kind of stuff anymore, okay? If you did that, that's cool. That's good. That's all right. You let it go. Okay, so you reached out, you spiraled, no big deal. And then you go to the end. Remind yourself you're the creator. You're like a storyteller. Do you understand? Your reality is so malleable. It is so malleable. I have the craziest things show up in my life. I just start imagining something. It's literally like out of thin air, people appear, exact clothes, exact eye color, exact haircut. Everything I speak appears. It's crazy, but it's not really crazy. It's just that I never paid attention. You didn't pay attention before. It's just like you're writing a story. You could write the details of your specific person. Looks like this, acts like this, has these hobbies and all of it. And guess what? That exact person you wrote down will show up. You could even write their name down. This is their name. I mean, I'm telling you, it is that bendable or malleable. Reality is bending to your will. Okay, but it's bending to your will when you're persisting. Okay, let's just do this. Go to the end. If you have your desire, Raven, if you have your desire, what does it look like and who are you? First of all, you're a master manifester. So it's like you're thinking to yourself, okay, like take out a notebook. And by the way, I do have a notebook I created. If anyone needs a notebook, it says, everything I write in this journal becomes true. I know it's backwards, but I created that in the beginning because everything I was writing down was becoming true, or became true, not was becoming, but everything I wrote down became true. Big things, big manifestation, big money, all of it in 1 year. Okay. The big things I wrote down all became true because it's just when you have this realization that the story, everything you're talking about in your head to yourself is manifesting. Just start telling the story. You could literally marry someone that's a prince. If you wanted to be married to a prince, there are princes all over the world and in your imagination, right? You could have anything you want. You can have anything you want. So it's like you got to let go of that old story. Who cares about that? That's a waste of time to think about. I mean, if you don't want it, it's a waste of time, right? And now come back to the present moment, start scripting out who are you if you have your desire. What is your ideal partner? Who is the ideal version of you? And now you just claim you already are this person. I already am loved and adored and wanted, and I'm already amazing, and I'm already beautiful, and I already have the perfect body. I already have the perfect skin. I don't care what it looks like now. If you claim it, you will have it. Do you understand? So just claim it. Boldly claim it, be delusional, and keep claiming it, because as you keep claiming it, your world's going to show you, the projection of the world that's a holographic image will show you that it's true. And you will be blown away. Okay, so there's nothing to do other than just stay focused in the present moment of who you say you are. Nobody's going to throw you off. People don't throw you off. Hi, Rachel. Okay, I want him to wait for marriage for that. What affirmations should I use? Okay, you want to wait for marriage, okay, to be intimate. Is that what you're talking about? Then you could even affirm just what you said here. Like, think about an affirmation as a story, okay? If you are already married, okay, and I mean, even not being married and knowing you're going to get married, it's like you just know that he supports your decisions, right? You're somebody who makes a decision and people support your decision. Your partner, he's supportive of that. And he wants what you want because that makes you happy. Okay. So what affirmation would you say? It's like, I love that he is on the same page with me. I love that he respects my decisions. I can't wait. Like, even if you're affirming for that vision of the future, I can't wait for our marriage and our intimacy. And I'm glad that we're both on the same page, right? The affirmation itself is not what's, It's not that it's the affirmation, it's that vision that you're creating. So it could be anything, like get creative and start writing the story. And then you're going to read that story, you're going to claim that story, and you're going to keep telling yourself that story until it becomes true. Because all the facts in your world have been assumed until they became a fact. Hi, Sid. I struggle with overthinking when manifesting X back. I don't know how to stop it. Well, why don't you overthink about how amazing you are? That's okay to overthink that. Like, start thinking. You're going to just make that part of your dialogue. Anything that we're thinking because we've already had, it's been familiar, or there's repetition, right? Those are some ideas of why we have a belief, because of the repetition of it. If you just repeat to yourself, I overthink, right? You could claim that. It's not bad. It's only bad if we think it's bad. There's nothing wrong with overthinking. I overthink all the time how amazing I am, how amazing my life is. Okay. So you start saying that, like, I overthink and that's good for me. You overthink how beautiful you are, how you get everything you want because you exist. Overthink then overthink what are those dreams that you have. Instead of focusing on getting your ex back, if you're thinking, I got to get my ex back now, in the present moment, you're living from a place, the state, you're in a place where you don't have your ex and you're trying to manifest them back. That's what you're living from the end of, okay? So let's shift it. Start living from the end of you're already the person you want to be. I'm already chosen. You decide that, right? You claim it. I'm already chosen because I choose me. I already love my life because I choose my life. Okay, so you've got this. Hi, Pearl. Thanks for following. Okay, Alessia, I claim my self-concept, but if 3D doesn't confirm instantly, I'm going to revert back to my old self. First, you have to have the awareness that you're being a victim. Do you even recognize that? That's what you have to recognize first. But if I don't get it instantly, well, you're getting what you're focused on, okay? Okay, and you're getting the story you tell. So you already told the story. And you said, if I don't get it instantly, I'm going to revert back to my old self. You're already claiming you're not even sure. Start being sure. Why not? Why not? Yes, another way to manifest is scripting. Write down every desire as if you already have it. That's powerful. And that's why I explained that I created a journal, because everything I wrote down was becoming true. Okay, and so the power of scripting, especially in the beginning, because you will be so disciplined in your mind when you sit down and you just start writing, and then you start writing the beautiful love story, right? Or you with the money, or you in your dream house. So whatever that desire is, let's say it's the dream house. And now you're writing from the place that you already have it, like that gratitude, feeling thankful. You're placing yourself inside the home, and it starts to feel like you're there, right? You know how you could just script and get into it. You're lost in the present moment. That's the power of scripting, because you're lost in the present moment, which in the present moment of that reality. And that's exactly where you want to be. Okay, so make a daily routine when you wake up first thing in the morning. Take about 20 minutes, or maybe even if it's 10 minutes, just take 10 minutes to script out you with your desire. And then also create your intentions for the day. Today's a great day. Today everything goes my way. I'm always in the right place at the right time. I always have the best opportunities. And whatever, however you want to affirm it, and you're going to create those intentions, and you're going to experience a reality that shows you what your intentions are. If SP reached out but not in the energy you want, should you still respond or wait for him to conform? Well, okay. Here's the thing. Do you understand reality creation? I really go there. When I say go there, I'm going to say, like, just imagine it was the energy you want. SP reached out. Even though they reached out and it was some energy, like maybe there was kind of like, yeah, maybe show up tonight I'm going to be home tonight, and I'd love it if you were just there in my bed or whatever. Okay, if that's not the energy you want and that's the message you got, then imagine the message is something else. It really doesn't matter how you respond. Whatever, as long as you claim whatever you respond, you're already in the end. But you can imagine something differently. Revision can be really powerful. You can imagine that your person is saying, I can't wait to see you. I love you. And that's all. Okay. So you're the creator. Think about this. You're the creator. And if you're the creator and you're waiting for him to conform, you're the creator and you're waiting for him to conform. How's he going to conform if you're waiting for him to conform? You're the creator. You create. You align with the reality where he conforms by claiming it. He already is conformed. He already is the ideal version. He already treats you as a priority. You have to let go of what you see in the 3D and align with the vision. Understand your visions are creating. You're also creating a vision when you say, should I wait for him to conform? Because that whole vision is, he's not conformed yet, and that energy I didn't want that. And now you're living from the end of that. So don't put don't put so much of your energy into that person. Put your energy into who you are, building, growing your garden, your life. Grow your life. It is one of my favorite sayings, right? That the saying about the butterfly, don't chase the butterfly. How are you going to, you start to chase the butterfly. It literally is like, and you can't you can't catch that butterfly. And you chase it away. You run after it. It's just everywhere. Now, instead, if you grow and build a garden, and you build this beautiful garden of your life. Now you have a beautiful garden that the butterflies show up in your garden because you were growing your garden. In your garden. Okay, so here you're going to wonder, well, how do you grow your garden? Simply with your perspective. You don't have to change anything. You just have to claim that you're the one. That's growing your garden. Claiming you love your life, not just claiming it. Why don't you just start loving your life and living your life, living your joy? Those are all things where you will be growing your garden instead of chasing. Okay, money will come to you when you grow your garden because you see the beauty and the abundance. And you're claiming it and you're just stating, this is what you're saying. You're like, I love my life right here, right now. Not in the future, because it's not in the future. Life is not in the future. Life is only here and now. Are you living life now? Or are you waiting? Are you waiting for something to happen before you're going to do something in the future? Because you just how many years have to pass before you're finally going to be fed up with it? Now. Grow your garden now. So let's go back to your question. About he wasn't in the right energy. Should you respond or wait for him to conform? Just grow your garden. Okay, you could be like, I'm not, yeah. So you're not going to interact with that. Maybe you want to, okay, you don't have to do this. This is just one idea. One idea is like, you don't even interact with that because your garden is so beautiful. Your life, what you think about yourself is so beautiful that that's where your attention is. And you keep your attention on what you want and you're going to get it. Okay, love. You're a priority. Treat yourself like a priority. Your beauty, like give yourself compliments. So speak to yourself the way you want to be spoken to, the way you want to be seen. Not because you want to be seen that way, because you're going to create the deep connection within yourself. Okay, so grow your garden. And you can, there's the way that I'm saying grow your garden is not the only way. I bet you have the most, the most creative ideas for your own life, how to grow your own garden. And then the butterfly, the SP and the desires show up in your garden. Okay, because you're the main character. Does the compliment that I get outside, I created them? Wait, does the compliment that I get outside, I created them? Are you asking, did you create the compliment that you got from the outside world? Is that your question? Your reality is yes. If that's your question, yes. Okay. Our reality is a reflection of what we're thinking, assuming, believing about ourselves and about ourselves in relation to everything. So most of us have not been aware of what our beliefs are. Okay. Hi, Kelsey. How do I go about reaffirming after having a moment of doubt? I like to just kind of, it's like you're your own cheerleader. Be your own cheerleader. Rocky, come here. My kids are home from school and usually I go, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to stay on. So, okay. So how do you go about reaffirming after having a moment of doubt? You just say, so what? You had a moment of doubt. No, but it's not a big deal. Don't make a big deal about it. Everybody goes through that. Okay. I went through that. I still have a doubt now and again. I go, wait a minute, I'm the God of my reality. So when you have a moment of doubt, remind yourself, you're the creator. You have the power to change anything. You're greater than anything. I really have a powerful affirmation video in my playlist on YouTube. It's called Trust and Know Your Desire is Yours. And this is a really good video. It's a meditation affirmation, right? Those are really great affirmations to remind you who you are. So the affirmations in that video are like, you know how to transcend circumstances. So when you have a doubt, it kind of, if you've listened to that video enough and you're repeating it or you're looping it and you're just saying those affirmations to yourself during the day, you're greater than any circumstance. You're someone that knows how to transcend the circumstance. You're someone who knows how to see the value from your circumstance. Okay, you're someone who knows how to get right back on the horse, right? Like get right back into knowing how to create your reality. The biggest reminder is that you're going to reaffirm that you're greater than the circumstance and that you came here to have everything you want. Like you came here to wake up to realize you're the God of your reality. Hi, Sam. I was spiraling yesterday, anxious for 2 days. I know, right? Sometimes it happens. And then just don't put any more attention on it. Okay. It's like life is a story. So just tell the story. That's what you needed to do and feel to let it go. And that's all okay that you did that. You were allowed to do that. So you were spiraling and you're totally where you're supposed to be, right on track, living in the end. It's all working in your favor. I like to use those feelings, those emotions. When I don't spiral really, but when I used to spiral years ago, spiraling or feeling anxious, those are powerful emotions for you to imagine having your desire. You're spiraling. Why don't you get yourself dedicated? No, that desire is yours. While you're spiraling, you can imagine it, like nothing stands in your way. Spiraling and being anxious is not necessarily a negative thing. It's only perspective. Right? We could put a little spin on that. That's a powerful feeling. Do you know people spiral and that could be the moment that helps them have a realization to propel to the next level, to decide that they're going to get what they want and they're not just going to back down anymore. So those emotions can be really powerful for you to level up. It could be a stepping stone. Okay, so I don't want people to feel afraid. Don't even feel afraid if you spiral. That's nothing to worry about. Yes, hello. Thank you. And Sam, thank you for the roses. I appreciate it. All the hearts and the roses. Thank you, everyone. Hi, Alexandra. Thanks for following. Hi, Pearl. I have not heard from SP since Friday. What can I affirm for him and I? Just go back to you are the prize. It's really more powerful to do this when, let's say, you didn't hear from them for whatever 2 or 3 days, and then now your attention has gone to them. What are they doing? This is what you don't want to do. Instead of doing that, because that could get you more into that similar thoughts, right? And the thoughts, the opposite, right? Feeling more doubtful, feeling more worried. So instead of focusing on SP and needing that phone call, you bring your focus to you and then just start speaking who you are. Go in the mirror and tell yourself who you are. And you point and you say to yourself, you're amazing, you're number one, you're the prize. And you just keep looping it off, looping up, building up yourself, speaking to yourself in the highest regard, compliment yourself, and just do that as much as you can. And you bring all the focus back to yourself. And you're definitely going to feel more at ease, and you're going to feel more relaxed, and you're going to gain back your power, and you take back your power, and you're going to hold that power, and you're going to think about, like, what else is going on in your life that's good. You can be in the state of gratitude. But you could also imagine, like, of course he's calling me today right now. Why not? Why wouldn't he? Especially after you rampage off your affirmations about yourself that you're the prize and he's calling you today. You have the power to change your reality in any way, from any state. Even a state of heartache, we could manifest that person into our life. Desiree, how do I stop intrusive thoughts and not believing what I'm trying to manifest? Well, you don't have to believe it 100%. Just remember what you're focusing on is growing in your life. And you could say affirmations like, what if? What if I get what I want? Oh, what if I live in my dream home? What if I find money on the street today? What if someone gives me a smile today? Or be more specific with your desire. What if I manifest love in my life? What if I have a relationship? What if? Wouldn't that be nice? Okay, so the what if is powerful because it's going to create the vision of the desire, you with the possession of your desire. What if I'm out to dinner on Valentine's Day? We haven't talked in a couple of days, but what if? What if? And then you're ending on, you're living from the end, from the wish fulfilled. What if we're out at a beautiful restaurant? And what if I have the most beautiful flowers? That's all taking you to the end, to the wish fulfilled. Angel Star, manifested a guy, along the way was unsure. He married someone else. Now I'm free to bring Mr. Right. Okay, sometimes we have experiences that help you get clear on what you wanted. Okay, do you see that? Yeah, and Chef Jasmine said to Pearl, SP is constantly texting and calling me. He loves to hear my voice. Exactly. Just tell the story. It's a story. Life is a story, and you've been telling a story. You've been telling a story. He doesn't call me. I don't know what's wrong. Why doesn't he like me? Why doesn't she like me? Like, these stories that we tell manifest. And sometimes we're telling a story and we're not aware. And we're telling that story to ourselves because we're not saying it out loud. And we're telling a story while we're doing the dishes or we're driving our car, and you're telling a story. So you need to have the awareness of what story you're telling, because that story is your reality. You understand, everything that happened in the past happened because of what you were thinking and believing about yourself. So you want to change the future. If you want to change the present and future experience, you change it in the present moment with what you're saying in the present moment, with what you're thinking and assuming and believing in the present moment, with your perspective of the present moment. I know I have to work on self-concept, but if I just repeat, SP and I are in a relationship, will it happen? Yeah. Even if I don't believe it, yes, it will happen even if you don't believe it. Yes, it will. You're just going to test it, and you're going to prove it as you test it. I have so many success stories of people that just persist in it, and it happens. It will happen. You don't have to believe. You already are manifesting things that you don't believe 100%. What you're focused on is manifesting. Also, when you affirm something, because a belief is just what your thoughts are. So when you're affirming something, you're going to start believing it because your reality is going to show you that that's true. And as you repeat something, it's more familiar. As you repeat it, it's more familiar. And that feels true. By the way, like from when I woke up, the way that I woke up to know I'm the creator of my reality is because I was focusing on all the things I didn't want. It's not that I believed those things were going to happen, but everything I was like, oh, I don't want that. And I didn't want to move there. And I didn't want that to happen. And I was so focused on what I didn't want. I created all of what I didn't want. It's not that I necessarily believed it or not. It's the story I was telling, right? The story I'm telling, the story you're telling is manifesting. If you're telling the story, you and SP are together, that story must manifest because where you put your attention is growing and creating your reality. Okay, you can only create your reality with your consciousness, with your awareness. So wherever you put your awareness is what will happen. Can we pretend the negative in 3D is just birds before land? Yes. Yeah. I mean, you can claim it. You don't have to pretend, but you claim it, Raven. Just claim it like this is exactly where I'm supposed to be, even when it's the opposite. How many times have you heard somebody say the opposite is going to happen before you get your manifestation? It's not that that will be true every time, but people say that because they're putting a positive spin on it. I don't always have the opposite happen, but if an opposite thing was happening, I would claim this is exactly what's supposed to happen. Because you understand, if you're claiming this is exactly what's supposed to happen, that means you're in the end. You're claiming that. You're stating that. Lara, how do I change the belief that I have bad luck? You could just start saying, I have good luck and see what happens. I have good luck. I have lucky girl syndrome, or I have lucky guy syndrome. I intend. You could say, I intend. I used to have bad luck, but it's changing today. Just start saying something different. You're just going to test it. Just test it. Make it a little soft. You're just having a little experiment in your reality. Like, that's literally what I did. I just had ideas. I had ideas. Like, I was like, wait, if I'm creating everything, that means I'm creating my son's teeth to be all jacked up. And then the voice in my head was like, yes. I was like, what? So what did I do? I just started imagining that his teeth were growing in perfectly. And that was like 3 years ago. And so I bet a million people would have told me, you should get him braces. You should get him braces. He needs braces. I was like, nope. Now he's 14. His teeth are still growing in. I don't have any doubt that his teeth are going to be perfect. Well, I mean, they're already perfect. There's nothing wrong with any kind of teeth. I just had a vision of what I wanted. Okay, so just test it. I just tested things. And my reality showed me it's true, because his teeth went from like separate to being together, and then everything shifting, and they're just growing in perfectly. And they're still not finished, but I already see the 16-year-old boy with the smile. And I didn't have to pay for braces. What could I affirm to move forward in my life with my career as an actor? Grace, you claim you already have this. Like, this is who you are innately, right? So what does that look like? If you have your career as an actor, it's like, I'm the greatest. That's what you say to yourself. Like, I am the greatest. I'm so good at this. I'm really great at figuring things out. If it takes someone like years to hone in on a technique, it only takes you like a few weeks or whatever. So it's like, who are you claiming yourself to be? And what are you saying about yourself? Are you going for an audition thinking, oh my God, there's so many people, so much competition? Because then your result is going to show you that's true. But if you go into an audition claiming, I'm like, there is no competition, it's only me, I'm the one they want. See, you see yourself that way. Not that they have a perspective of what they're looking for. You could decide you're the one they want. Okay, so you take yourself to the end and you're just speaking to yourself as if you already have this. You're building up how you see yourself. You're the greatest. You were born for this. You can say that like I am, right? I was born for this. You could also imagine, like the telephone technique. People are calling you saying, oh my God, I saw you in that movie, or I saw you in that commercial, or I saw you there. You were so good. So that's an imaginal scene. You could create a little clip in your mind. What we're imagining is happening in our life. So what do you want to imagine? Okay. So what do you affirm? Well, you paint the picture of who that is. Okay, so just take out a sheet of paper, and what does it look like if you already are this person? Sometimes that person's going to change a little bit. Maybe after a couple weeks, you get an idea, and you're like, ooh, I'm also really creative. Or maybe there's something that you have this specialty, like crying on the spot or whatever. Right? It just feels natural. You could claim it's natural. You're just naturally. I mean, we're naturally actors anyway. That we're all an actor anyway. Because this isn't even who we are. Victoria, thanks for your help. Right? Your help in the comments. Yep. Stop saying that. Flip it. I mean, just flip it. It's just like you just say the opposite. I was thinking, I don't know. A couple of days ago, I was listening to some lecture with Neville Goddard, and he was talking about how every time he stopped in the store, he always felt like he had to wait. And then he realized he was creating that. So then he started saying, the opposite. It's like you just flip it and say the opposite. Like, every time I go to the store, I get in and out really fast. And if we claim that, we're going to have that experience. Some people don't care either way, but you have the power to change those circumstances in your life or those experiences. You have the power to do that. You were saying, what are some good affirmations to be in relationship and live with SP? Go to the end. If you live together, what does it look like? Right? I love my life. I love that it's easy to live with me. I love that we just get along. I love that we have the most beautiful home. I love the way we decorate it. I love that we did it together, whatever you want it to be. So Personally, I like to just tell that story. It's like you paint the picture, you tell the story, and then you reaffirm it. Whatever story you told, let's say you script out your story, then you just take little pieces of what you scripted and you're affirming that. You're bringing yourself to that wish fulfilled, to the vision. All you have to do is stay loyal to that vision, and it's going to manifest. It's going to unfold. I mean, it starts to get a little crazy. I literally, like, everything is so crazy in my life. I like have one idea, and then next thing you know, it's all happening. It's so crazy. It's so cool. It's so exciting. It's very intriguing. It's actually not crazy at all. It's very interesting and fun. Okay, hi Bryce. So what about a guy that believes his girlfriend would never cheat but does? How is that manifesting? Well, I don't know. I don't know what you mean exactly. Who are you talking about? Yourself? Are you talking about yourself? I feel like that's kind of having a little bit of a dialogue, okay? Because sometimes I've had this in the past where a client said, well, I never believed that. You might not be aware of what your true feelings or assumptions are. Okay, so this journey of this manifesting, especially a specific person, it's self-discovery. This is about you discovering yourself and getting more in touch with what you truly think and believe about yourself. Sam, do circumstances really not matter? They don't matter. I just changed the weather like last week. I mean, now and again, I don't think about it that much, but I deliberately changed it for someone who was in town. And it was forecast to be a very hazy, or not even hazy. It just said there was no sun expected whatsoever. And it was his last day here in Chicago. And I happened to see him like on the day before his last day, and I was going to see him the last day. And he's like, oh, it's too bad I didn't have sunshine while I was in Chicago. And I said, okay. And then I started imagining. I looked at the weather, no sun whatsoever, and I just started imagining it would be sunny. And then I can't remember. It was something like, I think I knew his flight was later, and I thought, well, maybe before he leaves, it'll get sunny. And I thought, why would I do that? Let's make it sunny all day long. That's just what I thought in my head. And guess what happened? It started out a cloudy day, but by noon, it was a bright blue sky. And I said, guess what? You got your sunshine. I imagine that. Okay, so here, because any of you new would be like, what are you talking about? Just test it. Just test it. I don't care if the weather says it's going to rain. I imagine it's not. I imagine blue skies. Okay, so do you understand? You have the power to do anything. The circumstance didn't matter. That circumstance didn't matter. Circumstances don't matter because you're greater than the circumstance. Okay, if it shows it's going to be a rainy on your wedding day and you don't want it to be, you have the power to change the weather. You have the power to imagine it's the most beautiful, glorious day. For some people, they'd go, oh, that's okay, rain or shine, whatever. It's my best day of my life. And that's okay too. I'm just explaining that you could test, and in the testing, you will see that you have the power. That your reality is already a projection. What you're imagining, right? Imagination is projected out. Okay, Sam, you've had court for a year. Go to the end. Speak the end into existence. Have brazen impudence. Just keep speaking it. Keep claiming it. Sometimes the times where it felt like it wasn't going to happen, I definitely got my manifestation because I was like, I'm not taking no for an answer. In my head, I was like, not taking no for an answer. I'm getting in. And the reality was bending to my will. Bent to my will where I was blown away. Do you understand? Just test it. Just keep claiming it. Hold firm. Even if it felt like the deadline already hit. Like sometimes we have this idea of a deadline. There's no deadline. You just stay in the end. You say, nope, it's mine. You have to persist. You have to be willing to persist. Okay. And that's why, do you understand? You've been given this. The reason we have this desire is to show us when we persist, because you want that desire. That desire is just like a little carrot. It's like, hey, let me show you that you really are the God of your reality, because you want that so much. And there are the people like myself. I wanted that so much that I just persisted. I was not taking no for an answer. Yeah, Jasmine, can you manifest eye color change? You can. Yeah. I see it all the time. I personally didn't, but I have manifested that my eyes look more magnetic, and I have people repeat that to me. So just start saying the eye color you want as if you have it, and watch what happens in your world, because there's things that I said that weren't even totally true, and it reflected back to me. So things that I was claiming that my legs look strong, and it wasn't really true in my mind. It wasn't true. I didn't even believe it, but people were telling me they were reflecting it back to me. They were complimenting me on what I was saying. So just test it. Just test it. Because I even remember in the beginning, I was wondering, I'm like, wow, I was affirming like my legs look strong. And then I had 2 different people say, oh, your legs look so good. And another person say something else, another compliment about how good my legs look. And I was like, but I remember looking down thinking, but they didn't even change, right? So then I'm reverting back to the reality where it didn't change or whatever. Okay, it's about staying in the end. Okay, Gold Queen, you keep thinking that he's talking to or messing with other women. It makes him mad. Affirmations. Well, you need to be more secure in who you are. Be secure that you're loved and loyal. You know, like you want loyalty, and is that what you want? If you want someone that's devoted to you, he's devoted to you, then that's that kind of affirmations you want to say. I'm someone that he's totally devoted to me. It's your insecurity so claim that you're secure. Because otherwise that's going to manifest. Okay, so claim you're secure. I'm secure. I'm the one and only. I'm the only one. But you want it not because you need him, but because you decide you are. Oh, Angel Star, you love my notebook. You bought one for your daughter. Beautiful. Yes, you already have everything you desire now. My family doesn't approve of SP. They're even trying to make sure I don't see him. Can I change that? Yes, you can. You can. Okay, imagine that your family supports you. Imagine that they see the best in him. Just start telling a different story. My family approves of him. They love him. And then start ranting off all the beautiful, amazing things about your SP. Okay, living from the end. SP treats you so beautifully, so kind. SP is so good. SP is loving. SP loves your family and treats them well. Like, what is the story that you want to tell? Okay, because reality is what you're thinking and assuming. Okay, KT Beck, what's your take on it? Taking action, not towards SP, but getting out there. Well, I think you should be living your life. Taking action, I don't know what people mean by taking action. It's like, live life. Here's how I see it. This is the way I create. Okay. You're going to take action from wherever your state of being. Okay. You're already naturally going to take action from your state of being. So if you're claiming I got it all, then no matter what you do, if you're claiming it's always working out for me and I've got it all, then when you just go to Walgreens across the street, you're going to have that experience that you get it all. Maybe you get something for free or whatever, or someone gives you some sort of compliment. It doesn't matter. You're still going to go to Walgreens, but are you going to go to Walgreens from the state of, that nothing works out for you, or you lost your money on the way or whatever? Because the world will prove to you. You're always taking action. So it doesn't, in my opinion, it doesn't matter what action you take, just live from the end. Because I affirm things. I affirm that I'm always invited. I'm never left out. Like, I don't have to plan things when it's like stuff with my friends and this and that. I just assume, right? An assumption that I make deliberately is that I'm always thought about and I'm always invited, and I don't have to take that action. right? I assume things and people call me. Okay, I don't think we need to overthink the action thing. We don't, like, just live life. And then you live life from the end of, I get everything I want. Like that, right? I get everything I want. So it doesn't matter what I do. I'm going to get, there's not just one path. Infinity exists. There's infinite paths. It doesn't matter which path you take. If you're in the state of having, you're going to have. Ashley, how can you manifest forgiveness? Just say, I'm forgiven. All is forgiven. I don't know if you want to be like, forgive yourself, forgive your specific person. You could create a scene of what would that look like if you're, I don't know if you want to be forgiven or you're forgiving somebody else, but whatever it is, just go to the end. What would you be hearing and with that person? What would they be saying and what would you be saying? And loop that in your mind. Okay, I forgive you, and go into that conversation, and then you just let it go. I did that a long time ago where it was, I was manifesting, I was thinking about how I wanted forgiveness, and then I really just let it go. At one point I didn't even care, and then all of a sudden I got that message. I got the exact message that I had been imagining, and I don't know how, that was like several years, like 4 or 5 years ago, five or 6 years ago. So yeah, maybe 5 years ago. I don't remember how many days it was, but by that time, it's like when you know you're the creator, I didn't even need the words, but it was proof to me that I was the creator, because that was the beginning of my journey. My husband left me and has a new person. How can I get rid of the third party? And he's ignoring you. Okay. You're going to put all your focus into you. You're going to put all your thoughts and energy into you. I want you to remember that your thoughts are an investment. So think about how you're investing with your thoughts. Whatever you invest your thoughts into is what you're going to create as your life experience. Your thoughts are an investment. Are you investing in the story of them? How am I going to get even that? How am I going to get rid of the third party? Are you investing your thoughts into how am I going to get rid of the third party? Or are you investing your thoughts into I'm the greatest? You're the greatest, right? But you're saying that to yourself. I'm the greatest. I'm amazing. I'm living a good life no matter what. I get everything I want. You want to invest in the story about yourself. Seeing yourself as someone who gets everything you want. See yourself as someone who's wanted, desired, chosen. Okay, you really have to drop that whole story. Do you understand that you're the creator of your reality? Everyone's yourself pushed out. That whole thing happened because of you. Because of what you believed about yourself in relation to your person. And didn't feel chosen or felt abandoned, or you had fear that, or you didn't like what you were experiencing, whatever it was. It's like this all happened because it's your experience, because you felt a certain way. So you have the power to change it. Like, that's the most beautiful part of this. So it doesn't matter what we created, you have the power to shift into a reality to be the person you really want to be. Ultimately, right? You have the power to be the person you really want to be. And that person is loved, adored, important, wanted, a priority. So simply by saying affirmations like, I am a priority, or I am wanted and desired, I am valuable, I am deserving. When you're claiming that, you're going to create that. You're going to create that. Your world's going to prove and show to you that that is true. The world is yourself pushed out, and that's a projection. But here's what you definitely don't do, okay? Because I know the third party could make you feel jealous or make you feel sad. But every time you focus over there, you're investing in that story, and that story must stay in your present reality. How is it going to leave if you're talking about it, right? How's it going to leave when you're feeling bad that they're out doing whatever, out to dinner or whatever? None of that matters. You have to be willing to let that go and see the bigger picture. Okay, the bigger picture is you already have a reality where you're with your person, dedicated to you. Okay, Serene, what if I'm doing for months? What can I be doing wrong? We talked about this earlier. I know you had that question. What you were doing wrong is you thought you're doing something wrong. And you also talked about the circumstance or something like that. You said you didn't see movement or whatever. It's because you're claiming that. That's the story you're telling. Okay, I intend you already got that because I went through your whole question. Trish, SP was coming in hot for months, then ghosted. Go back. What were you? Remember what you were thinking when SP was coming in hot. Okay. Remember who you felt you were. Remember how when they were coming in hot. Remember how good that felt. You could feel like that right now. And it's not that it's necessarily about the feeling, but you could just like look in the mirror and think like what a goddess you are, and like how beautiful, and that you, just because you exist, this person wants you just because of your existence. Like people love you and adore you just because you exist. Okay, so what do you want? Like your thoughts are your investment. Invest in your chosen versus your ghosted. And I'm just thinking about this one client that I was working with, and she got her specific person. And like, I just told her, because she just was having she's a lot of hot and cold behavior for a long time. And I said, just have that brazen impudence, or it's like burning desire, right? Just affirm it. I just keep saying, he loves me, he loves me, he loves me. Like he adores me. He can't get enough of me. I am a goddess. Like I was like, just keep doing that all day long. Okay, because you don't even need to do it all day long, because once you do that, once you just like look in the mirror or even walk around your house or through your day saying like, I am the greatest, and yeah, I am chosen and I love my life. And once you start saying that, and then you have this shift within. Katarina, you said, I love my SP so much, I want him to marry me. What can I do? You start saying it. Just start saying it. We're already married. SP is so madly in love with me. Of course he would be. I'm great. I'm amazing. I'm beautiful. I'm like the type that people want to marry. It's like, who are you saying you are? I am the type of person people want to wife me up. They love me. SP just wants to wife me up. Okay, so it's like, what are you saying to yourself? Are you saying, you have to catch what you're saying to yourself, because what you're saying to yourself becomes your life story. Okay, so what are you saying to yourself? I really like the affirmations in my own video. In my video playlist, or in my playlist on YouTube, the self-concept playlist, I am the prize. You're the prize. Think about the prize. Like when you want that prize and you're like willing to do anything to get that prize, and you're like, oh, I really want that. And I want that prize. Like, so see yourself that way and imagine that that's the way you're seen. When you see yourself that way, it's just going to be natural. Your reality shows you the way you perceive yourself. Okay, so listen to that video on YouTube. Also, the hot girl walking meditation. I really like that one. Sunny, you said, can you manifest your SP if you live in different cities? Absolutely. That doesn't matter. That's another circumstance that doesn't matter. You just go to the end. Okay, go to the end. Going to the end means you're going to speak to yourself as if you are already the person who has your desire. Just start saying it. Like, people would move mountains for me. Something like that. Okay? You could say generally people or that specific person moves mountains for me because he can't get enough of me, or she can't get enough of me. I am loved and adored. Okay, Stilton. Yeah, what if it feels like manifestation is going great for days and then me and SP get into a fight? Okay, well, that's okay. I mean, it's okay. A fight is not a big deal. It's not end all be all. So what? You had a fight. Do you understand? You want to take with whatever happened in your world. Fights can happen. It doesn't mean that I never have a disagreement, but that's okay. It's like you look at what is presented in your life and then see it as a stepping stone. I intend we have better communication. What were you fighting about? Maybe you didn't see each other eye to eye. Maybe it was communication, whatever it was. But you can start to affirm your, whatever. I don't know, like communication. You have the best communication. You're only growing from this fight. You're learning more about each other through this fight. You're learning different ways to develop your relationship into a better relationship. So do you see, it's like the story you're telling? Because some people will be like, oh my God, we got in that fight and I don't know, maybe it's over. Is that your assumption? Or is your assumption, you're only going to grow from this? Relationship only gets stronger and better. You could simply say that. We had a fight, but our relationship will only grow stronger because of that fight. How can you avoid being in a state of desperation? By reminding yourself who you really are. Who you really are is infinite love. Who you really are is abundance. Who you really are is greater than all of this experience. Okay, so here, what else? Gratitude. Be in the state of gratitude. Just start, maybe that sounds overwhelming to think of state of gratitude. Just start stating that you're grateful for things in your life. Be thankful, appreciative, gratitude. Claiming, or intending, I intend to feel blessed. I'm great. What are you grateful for already? The things that are in your life, because you want to get to a place where you're having, and gratitude is having. Desperation is not having. Desperation is like you don't have things. You don't have the connection within. You don't have that love or connection within. You feel like there's a lack of it, but it's actually already within you. Hi, Shannon, Jennifer. I feel clearly. SP is mine, but I still give him shit in my head about his past actions. I mean, I would drop it. I would drop that because do you see that's double-minded? Here's what you could do in your head about the past actions. Could you imagine him, instead of you giving him shit about it, because I don't know exactly what you mean by that, but here's something, okay? Just think about, maybe this is what you're doing, but I'm not sure. Imagine him saying, like, what you would want to hear. That shitty past action that he's saying, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. I would never do that to you. Imagine him saying he used to be like a different version of himself, and now he's stepped up. He used to not value things in life, and now he's stepped up. And now he's had realizations, and now he's worked on himself. It's like, see that version of him, because otherwise this is going to be part of what's in your reality. Those shitty past actions are only going to be displayed in your future if that's what you're focused on. Okay, so you can imagine as if those are actions that you both see you overcame. It could be as simple as, when you think of those shitty actions, it could be as simple as imagining you saying, I'm so glad that we are where we're at now. We're beyond that. We're past that. We've grown from that. Okay, do you see that what you're imagining in the present moment will transfer or translate or become your future? It will become the next experience. What you're imagining now creates your future. So if you're imagining now and you're like giving him shit because of those past actions, I mean, he's going to show up with those actions in your future. So you know he's yours, but do you want that version of him who's showing up with those actions? Let it go. Start seeing the version of him. What would be better to imagine in the present moment is he's showing up with flowers. He's showing up saying, you're the love of my life. Why not create that memory or that vision or that wish fulfilled? You're the love of my life. I would do anything for you. It's you have to have a disciplined mind. Some people might not care if they have those experiences, right? But you could create the experience you do want. Okay, so whatever you're imagining now, is going to be a future experience. And if you keep imagining something, it's going to be your experience. Is getting in an argument with my SP a bad thing when manifesting? Yeah, and I was just talking about that a little bit ago. It's not a bad thing. You give it good meaning no matter what. Having an argument is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. You could grow from an argument. You could have a new perspective from an argument. You could have a realization of what's going on within you from that argument. It's not a bad thing. Just give it the meaning that it's growing. It's helping you grow in your relationship. Some sort of meaning like that. I mean, you could give a specific meaning based on what you know about your own relationship. Okay? That's fine that argument happened. Currently spending days looking at things I'd buy and spending in my head like I'm rich. Beautiful. See, that is exactly what you want to do. That's what we're doing in my VIP group. I'm reminding everyone to spend money in their mind, right? To imagine themselves spending like $50,000 in one day. Because the more you're imagining something, it's becoming familiar. It's not that it's just becoming familiar. It's going to feel natural. It's going to feel normal, and your world's going to reflect what you're dominantly putting your attention on and what you're focusing on. How can I manifest a certain event like SP coming to visit? Just imagine it already happened. It already happened. SP already visited. Saturday morning, I woke up thinking, I don't know why, I just had this idea about, like, the song from Rod Stewart came in my mind about one of the love songs that's really pretty, and I can't think of it right now. I was like, let me listen to that song on YouTube. And then when I listened, it was like he was playing live in just about 45 minutes from where I live that evening. And like, that was all. I was also thinking about this maybe like a couple months ago, how he was older, and I really, like, he's getting older, so I don't think he'd perform a lot, and that would be cool to see him in concert. And then look at that, all literally took place within minutes, waking up Saturday morning, and by that evening, I was in the front row seat at the concert in Gary, Indiana. But it was so good. It was so fun. I had such a blast. That was manifesting like on a time frame. That's something I imagined. All of it came to me. I woke up thinking of that song. This is how my life just naturally unfolds all the time. That I had an idea of that song, and then I saw that he was in concert the same night for one night. It's no coincidence. That's all conscious creation. Because I wanted to see him in concert. I was like, he's 79 years old. I don't know how much longer. I mean, I guess I could create. He's going on for a long time performing, but I was like, I think I want to see him in concert. It reminds me of childhood because my parents really liked Rod Stewart. Okay, so you just imagine it. You imagine it. Everything I'm imagining is happening. Just imagine it. Just pay attention to what you are imagining. I imagine something and it's like, boom. Then it just happens. Okay, Wildfire, you said you heard really bad news about the health. Been on my game for 4 months, nonstop feeling discouraged. Wildfire, I just had a really great, someone earlier gave a success story about what they imagined with their results from the doctor and positive results. I personally imagined having negative results when, I didn't want it to be positive, and I imagined the negative results. I got those results within like a 24 or maybe 8-hour period when I was on vacation, and I needed to have negative results to get back home during COVID or whatever. I had someone in my VIP group last week tell us that she was having symptoms, and in 3 months prior, she had bad results, and then started having symptoms. And I told her, I go, no. I said, let me work with you on this. We were chatting privately. I said, just stay in the end. Imagine your doctor telling you exactly what you want to hear. The results are negative. And she got exactly those results. So it's like if you can, stay loyal. What do you see on the report or whatever, the health report? What could you imagine hearing someone say if you have the best news? And you're also saying you're nonstop feeling discouraged. Start just reading success stories. Find success stories, because you will find lots of success stories, health and healing, and start getting excited. Start feeling encouraged. Start feeling hopeful. That's better than discouraged, right? At least hopeful is going to align you, right? You could still feel discouraged and manifest what you want. Just picture it and don't take no for an answer. Okay. I'm not saying don't follow your doctor's recommendations, but just test it by imagining your doctor saying, you're completely healthy. Okay. Dr. Joseph Murphy, just go to YouTube and put Dr. Joseph Murphy healing affirmations. Those are powerful. He's so powerful with his healing affirmations, or just listen to him talking to people about healing, some of his lectures, and loop those lectures, because you want to hear about health and healing and well-being versus the feedback from when you're feeling discouraged. Your world's going to reflect to you some feedback about that. Can we manifest what we want if we feel fear or anxiety about it? Yes, I have felt fear and manifested what I want, because, okay, I know there's also this idea that we want to match what we would feel, maybe excitement. That it works too. That's the law of reversibility. Okay, that works. It's like everything kind of works. Everything does work. Everything works. All right, but we can hone in a little bit. If you feel fear, you can still have your desire. If you feel anxiety, you still get your desire. I use those powerful emotions to get my desire. Okay? Like I personally don't have those emotions as often as I used to. But if there's something that I still feel like I'm overcoming and I get into that feeling of fear, like, oh, I'm kind of not there yet, use the fear to your advantage. Persisting in the vision of that, you like through this fear, I take that fear. I'm like, no, I'm not. No, like I'm not taking no for an answer. Or someone saying no to me, I'm like, no. In my mind, this is all in my mind, right? I'm getting what I want. Use that anxiety to get what you want. Use it. Like you're going to transform anxiety, transform fear into getting anything you want. You are transformative. Okay. All right. A lot of new followers. I love you all. If you go to my YouTube channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel, you'll watch the replays of these there. I have meditations in my playlist. You are the operant power. You are the writer, the director. You are the main character, and the main character always gets what they want. So just remember that also. If you want to work with me, I do one-on-one Zoom calls. I love meeting you in person. I have a VIP group. Those of you that want to be part of my community, be part of the Shannon tribe, the VIP group is a monthly subscription. And then I also have my self-concept course you can do on your own. You guys are amazing. I'm imagining success stories for all of you. You're all having realizations and you're all understanding how to master your reality. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye.